Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of AndrewsFootball.com. Welcome to my 2020 NFL mock draft picks 9 through 12. Now, if you're an NFL draft fan or you're just a football fan in general, you are in the right place. There's a button right around here if you're new and you haven't done it already. See it. Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Now, let's recap here. First pick in the draft is Joe Burrow going to Cincinnati. Pick number 2 is Chase Young going to Washington. 3 and 5, I have a flip-flop. Miami trades up, drafts Tua. Can't pronounce his last name, not even going to try. Same thing with the Chargers and New York. It's weird to say Los Angeles Chargers. But anyway, they're in the 4th spot. They take Justin Herbert out of Oregon. Detroit, which now is the 5 spot, drafts Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson. The Giants at 6 will take Jedrick Wills out of Alabama. Carolina at 7 will take Derek Brown. And Arizona at 8 we'll take Jeffrey Okudah out of Ohio State. Jacksonville's on the clock at number 9. Out of all these picks, Jacksonville at 9 is really the toughest because with all the moves they've made, it's really difficult to determine what direction the team's going in. Do they trade up and try to draft a quarterback? If not, and you want to stay at 9, I really want to put Jerry Jeudy here. Now, I understand you got DJ Chark, and he had over 1,000 yards in his first season. Now, he was injured as a rookie 2 years ago, but I just don't see him as a number 1, so I really want to put Jerry Jeudy here. Maybe you like CD Lamb better. I got Jeudy rated above Lamb. Both of them would be a legitimate number 1 receiver right here. I love that. Combine that with Minshew. You could go O-line here, maybe move Robinson or Taylor inside. And all these are possibilities, but take a look at your division. You have Houston, which traded for David Johnson. You have Marlon Mack. And then I think Derrick Henry will stay in Tennessee. So you're in a division with 3 really good running backs, a division that runs the ball. And here's your stats from last year. You're 28th in rushing yards, 31st in rushing touchdowns, 31 in yards per attempt. It was a total of 435 carries for 2,229 yards, 23 touchdowns. If you break that down as an average per game, 27.1875, so it's 27 carries. 139.3125, so 139 yards, and 1.4375, about 1.5 touchdowns, so 27 carries, 139 yards, 1.5 touchdowns. Scary thing is about these numbers, 5 times you held opponents under 100 yards rushing, twice under 50, so you could take 100 yards. It was actually, I think it was 81 yards, and in 14 games, you allow over 2,100 yards, almost 2,150. That's really bad. So even though you made some good moves in free agency, you still need help stopping the run. That's got to be your number 1 concern. So with the 9th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, I have the Jaguars selecting Javon Kinlaw, a defensive tackle out of South Carolina. Cleveland is next. Now, if you watch my original video, I had Cleveland and Carolina switching, and this was before the start of free agency. After signing Conklin, I think that Cleveland can afford to sit and wait at 10. They still get the same player. They get Tristan Wirfs, tackle out of Iowa. You could go Anthony Thomas here, just a hunch. You're going to go with Tristan Wirfs, put him on the left side, Conklin on the right side. Again, you could have Anthony Thomas. Cleveland could also trade down, but I think that since you've had a bad offensive line for so long, why not double down and get 2 really good tackles right here. Pick number 11 is the Jets. Now, they fixed their offensive line issue in free agency. Not a fan of what they did. I mean, look at the division you're in. You got Buffalo and you got New England, 2 really good established defenses. Miami spent $9 trillion on defense in free agency. So I think doing okay in fixing the offensive line is not good. I would have done something a little different. But since you already addressed your offensive line in free agency, one thing you haven't addressed yet is wide receiver. You still need a legitimate number 1 wide receiver. Judy's still on board. You also have a CD Lamb. Just a hunch. I think they like Lamb better. So at the 11th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. I had the Jets taking CD Lamb out of OU. Now, the Raiders are the final pick here in this video at number 12, and I've seen a lot of mock drafts with the Raiders taking a receiver, but Gruden's never taken a receiver in round one. Gruden hates rookie receivers, and I remember putting this in social media and some guy fired back, "What about Hunter Renfrow?" Yeah, what about Hunter Renfrow? 49 catches, 605 yards, 4 touchdowns. This is a fifth round pick, not a first, and you got good production in the 5th round. This is a deep wide receiver draft. Why take a receiver at 1 when you can get one later? In my opinion, Gruden's going to stick to his plan. He's going to get a veteran receiver, and then you're going to do something else in the 12th with the 12th pick. So I'm going against the grain here with the 12th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. I got the Las Vegas Raiders. That's still weird to me. Taking C.J. Henderson, corner out of Florida. Take a pure cover corner. Look at that division you're in. Super Bowl winners, Kansas City. What do they got? They got Patrick Mahomes. You need help in the secondary. Get a great pure cover guy at 12. Now, these are my picks. But what do you think? I want you to get involved. Are these bad? Are these good? Do you love them? Do you hate them? What would you do different? Put a comment below. Let me know what you think. Listen, tomorrow our picks 13 through 16. San Francisco, you're on the clock.